As a kid, I loved decorating the Christmas tree, and I loved looking at it when it was done. None of it was really because it looked so great. Listen, I grew up in the 70s where we covered our Christmas tree with this ugly tinsel that got everywhere. It looked a lot like something Clark Griswold may have created. I loved it because I learned from a very early age it meant there would soon be gifts under that tree for me. Hey, good morning everyone. I hope you're having an awesome day. This morning I want to talk with you for a few minutes about gifts. Now, while gifts may not be your love language, I don't know anyone who actually would say, I just hate receiving gifts. Listen, often our level of excitement about receiving gifts, though, isn't always based upon what the gift is, but rather who gave it to us. Something small from someone we really admire or like might give us more joy than a gift from someone we may not really know, even if that other gift in the material would be considered something much more valuable. But listen, a great gift from someone who loves us and someone who we love, well, that is just over the top. I remember one year when the kids were younger, like when they were actually still at home, they were still kids. I remember telling my wife, Rachel, this year, whatever the kids ask for, I'm going to get it for them. She's like, what? I said, yeah, whatever they ask for, I'm going to get it. She's like, what if they ask for a horse? I said, then that's what they will get. And we'll figure out what we're going to do with it after they get it. Now, just to be clear, this isn't our normal operation when it comes to Christmas and gift giving. At Christmas time, Rachel keeps a spreadsheet with a very evenly distributed list of gifts using a very strict budget. But this particular year, I said, all rules, cast them aside. We're getting them whatever they ask. Now, the second thing you need to know is we didn't make our kids aware of this. Had we made them aware of this, we may still be paying for that decision today. As parents, we love to give great gifts to our kids. But listen to what Matthew 7:11 says. If you, then being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? That year, we gave the kids what they asked for. Now, they didn't know they could have asked for anything. So it was a pretty typical Christmas. Now we wouldn't have given them anything that would have brought them harm, but other than that, I was ready to say yes. Now, in this verse, I love the fact that the God of creation, the God in heaven, has gifts that he's ready to give. That year, I gave gifts without them asking. But what more could have they received? What about us when it comes to our Heavenly Father? He gives us far more than we ask. In 2 Peter, we're told we have been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises. Jesus himself in John 14 says, my peace I give to you. In James, we're told he gives more grace. And in Romans 10, we're told that he gives generously to all who call on him. Then in John 2, we're told he gives the same Spirit without limit. I love that, without limit. You see, because as much as I said I would give them anything that year, I actually did have limits. I may have said anything, but listen, my bank account, my credit cards, they all had limits to what I could give. But God in heaven says he gives without limits. Maybe as a kid you grew up in a home without a lot, and sometimes you got the Kmart imitation. You wanted Nike, but you got tracks. Let me tell you, when it comes to giving, God doesn't look for an imitation or something on clearance. He gives nothing but the very best. John 3:16 tells us, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He gave his Son, not because we asked, but because he loved. He has so much more for you. Whatever you need today, go to the Heavenly Father. He is the better giver. He gives nothing but the very best. We love you. We're praying for you. And if this has blessed you in any way, would you take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you can make sure that you don't miss tomorrow's devotional, The Better Promise. Be blessed.